The second event in the third season of SailGP took teams to Chicago, the Windy City, for the T-Mobile US Sail Grand Prix. But when it came to the racing, the breeze seemed reluctant to deliver. Yet, as we saw several times last season, these potent supercharged F50s don't need much puff to get onto their foils. The teams are well used to this. What they're not familiar with though is sailing these machines in fresh water. So while it might have been easier hosing down the boat at the end of the day, flying to their normal numbers and settings proved tricky and resulted in teams tripping up when they least expected. And it wasn't always boat handling errors that caused surprises on the racecourse. At the risk of a spoiler alert, what is going on with the American and Kiwi teams? There are plenty of theories out there, but I'll let you ponder that. In the meantime, here's a quick roundup of what happened in Chicago.
Welcome to the Windy City and the T-Mobile United States Sail Grand Prix Chicago at Navy Pier and Chicago's Skyline Stadium.
Closer to the line, 19 seconds to go.
This is
Great Britain.
Penalty Australia relative Denmark.
Oh, what a start for the defending champions. They're going to need to drop back behind Denmark after the start here, but it's New Zealand at the top of the line. Britain at the bottom of the line. Who's got their timing right? 4 seconds. Look for the line to go white. Clear start, great start New Zealand, great start Great Britain. It's going to be a sprint now to Mark 1, and I like where the British are to control the first move. Look at tight moment here. Spain can be able to look to turn. New Zealand and Canada. Ooh. Oh, there's surely going to be a protest there. Wow, that was big push down there on board. Spain onto Canada. New Zealand jibed away. Surely a protest. Great Britain in the mean round. Look, they're going to lead at gate 2 by the look of it, but they're off the foils. Overlap established by New Zealand. Great Britain must give room to New Zealand. Wow, it's tight at the gate here.
Look at this, very congested Lakeshore Drive at 5 o'clock on a Friday as they all try to get that mark, and a last-second change by Spain as they will follow Australia in and lose a position.
Really difficult downwind leg for Spain, and interestingly it's the boats that Australia stuff it on the right turn. Uncharacteristic mistake. Both holds in the water. Look at their speed drop off here.
Kiwis and the Brits, both speeds over 50 kilometers an hour and full fly time.
Look at the fans on the shoreline there. What a great shot that is. What a spectacle that SailGP putting on here.
And race number 1 of the T-Mobile United States Sail Grand Prix Chicago at Navy Pier goes the way of New Zealand SailGP. Great Britain will come into second place, so they'll take those points, all 9 of them. And a great running for Denmark. Nikolai Sehested.
Looks to me like Phil Robertson on board Canada at the top of the line. They're foiling with 4 seconds to go. They turn the boat down, watch for the line to go white. Great start Canada, great start Great Britain again, and it's now an absolute drag race to Mark 1, and Australia have somehow managed to stick their nose in. Wow, Phil Robertson on Canada, there must have been inches in that moment there. He spun the boat down. What a start by the Canadians. New Zealand in the pack. It's going to be tight at gate 2, but Phil Robertson on board Canada, 20 seconds to the turn up. Great job by the Canadian team. It's just better. Here we go. Ben Ainsley on board Great Britain. He has the right of way over Canada, but he's heading towards the left-hand side. We've just heard Georgia say it's better on the right. This should mean it's not good news for Great Britain. He turns. He's trying to get away from that side. There's more wind on the side of the course that Canada are sailing to at the moment, and there we go. Spithill, 4th. Looks like he's up to 2nd.
Slingsby in Australia now sliding into 2nd place. Race number 2 will go the way of Canada SailGP in their first season competing here in season 3. They made the final in Bermuda, and here they are picking up a victory in race number 2.
Australia up to 2nd. They've done a nice job of holding on there. Solid performance by this British crew. They're really piecing together a consistency. Hang on, it's going to get tight at the top here. New Zealand looking to spin inside. It's going to be close. They have the right of way to turn. Denmark must keep clear. He pushes it as wide as he can. He's got to stay in that circle. But now all of a sudden the right of way is going to come back with the Danish. There's going to be a luff from the Kiwis here. But I think Denmark did enough to keep clear. 13 seconds to go. And it's Australia, Denmark and Great Britain with control, but can they get the boat fast enough? Phil Robertson again at the top of the line on board Canada. Looks like the timing's good. Here he goes. Watch the line go white. Perfect start by Canada. It's a drag race now. It's all about boat speed. It's all on the flight controllers. And wow, it looks like the lumberjack shirt wearing Phil Robertson's going to swing in cowboy style again.
What's really interesting here is looking at how the Canadians are flying the boat compared to the British. They're not as high out of the water, but they look incredibly stable.
Wow, look at this. This is seriously NASCAR on water as the foiling F-50s here on Lake Michigan putting on a show. It's Canada, Great Britain, New Zealand out in front. Ooh, big dip for Spain.
Big crash, too high on the foils there, and it's this sprint race here between Great Britain and Canada.
Already talking about
what they'll do with Australia. Watch out, this overlap coming here, Todd. New Zealand, there we go. New Zealand must keep clear of Great Britain now. They didn't get a fast enough tack. They opened the door for Great Britain there, and Ben Ainsley, he's not one to accept an invitation like that.
Back to the lead. Canada still out in front. 2 races in a row and 2 very fast races. Top speed, 83 kilometers an hour. It'll be Canada, race number 3, as they make it 2 in a row. Great Britain will follow in for second, and here come the Kiwis and the Aussies to battle out for third.
It's tight. The New Zealand boat needs to stay in that yellow circle. Now, could now be a protest back from Australia. Burling pushing the limit there. That could well go to the umpires because he needed to stay in the circle, and it was certainly tight. It's a sprint in here. Has Burling managed to get third from Slingsby? Ooh. I think he does. Oh, if the umpires don't have anything to say, I think what a brilliant move at the finish there by Burling. He pushed the limit there. Left-hand side of screen, here comes New Zealand. How's the timing of Peter Burling? Just 10 seconds to go. He turns the boat down. He will have space at the top of the line. Can the crews get the boats foiling? They're up and running now. Watch for the line to turn white. And it's go now. Race 4 here in Chicago. We go towards Mark 1 and watch these boats build speed. They're all up and foiling. Looks like a good start for the Danish crew of Rockwool. They're going to drive down over the top. It's Denmark and Switzerland drag racing to Mark 1. The French have turned early. They're heading away from the fleet, trying to find space. In just 15 kilometers an hour of wind, space and clear wind is going to be key. Hey, Todd, have a look at the screen right now, though. Who's that looming large in third already? It's Phil Robertson and Canada. Disastrous start. He found some space on the run, managed to limit the number of turns he did, and he's made some big gains.
The race has been shortened as the wind really dropping off down by Navy Pier.
And here we see how the French are dominating right now. 78% fly time, that's the highest out of everyone in the fleet and the fastest speed. If they keep going like this, they're going to extend their lead further and get a race win in.
And in the final meters, it will be France that comes through with the victory. Race number 4, day number 2 in Chicago, and the French take the victory here on Lake Michigan.
Allez les Bleus. What a performance by the French. Great work, good start.
And here we can see it. France from 6th to 1st, from the first mark to the finish, and Canada 8th to 2nd. We've just seen the back boats sail through the fleet all the way to the finish. That's so impressive.
And coming up hard here.
How's the timing for Burling? He looks, oh, he stuffs the bow. Is that a too big a mistake? He's losing the speed. It's going to go clear. Australia trying to find a gap. Line goes clear. The 3 protagonists are fighting at the top end of the line here. Looks like New Zealand have stuffed it. They're going to be blocked out, and it's Canada out of the middle of the line like a bullet out the gun. They're going to be leading at Mark 1, but Tom Slingsby, he's driving over the top of the Danish crew here, and has New Zealand thrown it out the window with that start.
And it's Canada going around the gate first. Slingsby in Australia right behind him.
Here he goes. That's the voice of Georgia. She's telling them they've got attack. Slingsby gains the right of way by going around the outside. Good communication on board that Canadian boat, but it's advantage Australia as they foil away. Could be a lead change coming here.
Let's get going.
So it's Canada, Great Britain, and Australia right now racing to the final. That'll be the race coming up next, race number 6, and that'll be the race for the championship here in Chicago. But still work to do at hand now. Leg 3 of 5.
New Zealand 9th, place, and they're off the foils.
Oh,
Look how
mercy.
slow they are. Surely not another race 5 disaster for this New Zealand crew. They are. The French have the right of way on the inside, but I think we'll see Spithill fly round the outside here. He's up and foiling. The French have turned, so they're going to lose speed in that manoeuvre. And sure enough, there go the Americans in 3rd place. But yeah, maybe too little too late for the Americans, but it'll be a nice tonic for the home fans if they can get a 3rd place finish here.
And here they come, bringing it down on leg 5, and it will be the Australians with a masterful job in race 5. Tom Slingsby and company punch their ticket into the grand final. Canada coming in 2nd place, so they've cemented their spot after a tremendous first day on day number 1 here. And for the Americans, Stevie, I like what you said, a little bit of tonic for the soul. It wasn't their weekend. I know they want to do much better in front of the home fans, but a strong finish on this 5th and final race for them.
Now it's a timing case here. Watch them come in. Perfect from Australia in the middle of the line, and now it's a blast. Look at the speeds at the top of the mast, 10 kilometres an hour faster. I think it could be Australia first at the mark again. Can Canada hang on the inside? What a masterclass at the start line there. No overlap, that means Australia are clear ahead. He's judged it perfectly again, and control now with Australia. What do the others do? Ainsley on board Great Britain, well, he turns away. He's looking for more wind. He doesn't just want to follow. He thinks he spotted something to the left-hand side of our screen. Is he going to be right?
Ben's going to have to make an extra turn. He's out of sequence with the fleet. It's a really similar setup to what we had in Bermuda. If Australia can get down and make it without doing any more turns and take the favoured left gate, they're going to be in really good shape for this race.
To the top of our screen, that's the side of the course that Nathan said there's more wind. Well, don't get a name like the Wind Whisperer, Nathan Outridge, without knowing how to spot that kind of stuff. And the Australians, well, they're heading straight back there. And Phil Robertson, he knows that as well. He can't, if he takes a left turn, he's going to lose distance. He's got to follow at this point in time. Looks like he might be settling for defending 2nd place as we're on leg 4 or 5. There's not very far to go now, Todd.
It's a long season and every point counts, and right now no one has been able to crack the formula that Tom Slingsby has put together. The final meters on Lake Michigan and the T-Mobile United States Sail Grand Prix Chicago at Navy Pier goes the way of the Australians. The 2-time defending champions make it 2 in a row.
Oh, it's all smiles on board the Australian boat. What a moment.
Canada this time plays it safe. Phil Robertson had a great regatta here in Chicago. They will finish in 2nd place to back up the 3rd they got in Bermuda.
Nice job, guys.
And Great Britain swaps spots with Canada. They finished 2nd in Bermuda. They finished 3rd in Chicago. It's Australia. Tom Slingsby on a winning roll to take the title here on Lake Michigan.